Yo, yo, yo. Yo, 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 yo. What's the deal? What's the deal? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Peace and love, peace and love, peace and love, family, peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. Whew, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Happy Tuesday, happy Tenacious and Truthful Tuesday. Peace and love, family, peace and love, peace and love. What's going on? How you feeling? Happy Tuesday, back again with another episode of SRDaily, another episode of SRDaily. This is episode 425, episode 425 on SRDaily. Still here, still pushing, still grinding, even when we don't feel like it. Even when we don't feel like it, even when life is heavy, even when life is heavy, even when life is strong, we still here, man. We still showing up. You're still keeping them pushing. Yo, what's going on? What's going on? Peace and love, peace and love. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, today's show is gonna be, it's gonna be a show. It's gonna be a show. Emotions are super heavy, super heavy right now. Food, my brother, peace and love. What's going on? But we're gonna start the show. We're gonna go with our first segment of the day. Before we get started, once again, I'm your boy, your host, LaShawn Sugar Marston. This is episode 425 of SRDaily. SRDaily is where personality meets enlightenment. Just try to share some stuff from my life, stuff from my mind, that I think will be beneficial to us. So we're gonna start today's first segment with a word of the day, and today's word is emotion. Today's word is emotion. Very simple word that we all hear and we all use. Emotion is defined as a natural, instinctive state of mind deriving from one's circumstances, mood, or relationship with others. Let's read that one more time. Today's word of the day is emotion, and emotion is defined as a natural, instinctive state of mind deriving from one's circumstances, mood, or relationships with others. Family, emotions are natural. Emotions are natural, and they are indicators that you are indeed alive. Your emotions are indicators that you are alive, and they are healthy. They're healthy and they're good. The only time emotions can be unhealthy is when you don't have healthy ways of expressing them. That's it, right? And when you when you don't express them and they become stagnant. Stagnant emotions, energy in the body, stagnant energy in the body literally causes stress, and it causes so many other illnesses. Right, causes this is one of the root causes of dis-ease. Yes, it is improper blood flow. Yes, it is inadequate oxygen flow, but those are both impacted by your emotions. Right, when you are happier, when you are at peace, when you are calmer, when you are tranquil and serene, and when you are in good feelings, when you have good emotion, good energy flowing through you, your blood flows better. You can literally block your blood flow, right, by holding emotion. You can literally impede your oxygen flow by holding on to emotion, and that's when they become unhealthy, and that's when dis-ease starts to set in, right? That's when dis-ease starts to set in your body. So please, regardless to what those around you say, regardless to how your parents did it, regardless to how your grandfather did it, right? A lot of those folks, a lot of our people died in an unhealthy state, right? So you say, you got to be unhealthy to die. No, you can die when it's literally your time and you are healthy and it's just your heart just stops. But a lot of folks die with chronic illness caused by stress. A lot of times stress caused by not expressing oneself, having feelings, having emotions, and keeping them bottled in, pretending like your face may be saying one thing, your mouth may be saying one thing, but your energy level is saying another, right? Your internal organs are saying another. And so express yourself, please express yourself. Emotions, energy, and motion, they are supposed to move through you. You are supposed to express the sadness through tears. You're supposed to express the anger through a grit, right? And they're supposed to do something with it though. Don't just have the grit and no, do something with it, right? Draw, dance, paint, scream, yell, right? Take up a sport, play sports, right? Go for a walk, go for a drive, right? Do something, put something on, change your mood, put an audio book on, put a movie on, call a friend, Do something with the emotion. Do not just hold it to yourself, and don't do something to distract yourself. A lot of times we do that. We have the emotions and we don't want to feel them, and we do things, but we do things that distract us from the emotion, from addressing how we feel, from addressing what's going on inside of our bodies, inside of our hearts, and inside of our minds. We feel anger and we go put a movie on so we don't got to deal with the anger, right? We feel sadness and we call a friend so we can laugh. We don't got to deal with the sadness. It's time for that. But like, if you feel sadness, call a friend, talk about the sadness. You don't have to distract yourself all the time. You don't have to avoid the emotion, regardless of what people say, right? Regardless of what people say. Some people will tell you things that are not healthy, right? Like, that is not healthy. We know that stress is one of the leading causes of death for Black people. We know that. We know that. We know that. Why are we so stressed? We're so stressed because life is stressful. But, right, yes, life is stressful. However, we will be less stressed if we expressed ourselves. If we expressed our emotions, I promise you, you will be less stressed. You will still feel the pain when it comes. You will still feel the anger. You will still feel the sadness. You will still feel the betrayal. You will still feel all of the things. But it won't impact you as much because you'll have a healthy way to talk about it. Write about it in your journal, right? Write a letter, go by the water, rip it up. Write a letter, stand by the fire, burn it, right? Like something, but you can't just keep your emotion inside. We cannot continue to live like that. We can't. I promise you it is unhealthy. I've done it. I've done it. And then something happened and I exploded and I ended up losing my freedom for a few years, right? And there's many situations that are a lot worse where people held their emotions and they exploded and they end up dead or they end up killing someone and in jail for a long time, right? Like it happens. It happens to, like, yeah, I heard something recently. Guy comes from the military, catches his wife in bed with another man, doesn't handle it properly, ends up going in jail for 21 years. Yes, instinct, right, in the heat of the moment. And yes, it wasn't like long-term stress that he didn't, but he had a situation, right, that caused an emotion inside. And he didn't have a healthy way to deal with it. And so he dealt with it in a violent way, which is what most of us are taught. Men and women, in America especially, more so Black men. We deal with our anger, we deal with our sadness, we deal with things with violence. And that's not a healthy way. That's not the way to deal with things. Like, cry it out. It's okay to freaking cry. It's okay to cry. It's okay. It's okay to go by the water and freaking yell to the top of your lungs, scream, shout, like stomp, right? It's okay to go axe throw and go throw some shit. Shoot a bow and arrow, go to the gun range, right? Like shoot the gun, but don't shoot nobody. That's not the way. That's not the way, like, at all, right? At all. Data Paul, what's going on? Heaven, do that. Peace and love. Jay Wildcuts, what's going on? Peace and love, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We're gonna move right along though to our second segment, right? But before we go, seriously, the good, the bad, and the ugly, express it, right? For your benefit and that of others. Express your emotions in the healthiest way possible. Please, I beg of you, I implore you. Don't keep the emotions to yourself. Don't keep it inside. Right? Don't keep it inside. Tell someone you trust. Tell someone you can talk to. And keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. Do as best as you can to do the best that you can. All right. Let's move right along though to our second segment of the day. Our need to know news of the day. Similar thing, right? I think today's news is very simple. There's nothing happening in the media. There's nothing happening. Well, there's always stuff happening, but there's nothing. I'm not talking about anything in the media. Today's news is simply strong people need strong people too, man. Strong people need people too, right? Like strong people need people. Strong people need people. Like seriously, check on your strong friends. That's the news of the day. Check on your strong friends. Be a friend. Most people don't know how to be friends. Most people suck at being friends. Most people are terrible friends, right? Like, so much emotion, right? So much emotion. But people do snap. People do lose it. It happens. We see it all the time. People snap on their children. People snap on their parents. People snap on their siblings. People snap on their spouses, right? People snap and literally go ballistic, as they say, go postal, right? On society, right? On strangers. And so if you know you have strong friends, if you know you have friends who are there for everybody, who has this, they have this big mission and they're always showing up, but they're going through something. Don't just post on their freaking Facebook. Don't just post on their Instagram. Don't just leave a fucking comment. Call them. If you can, show up where they live, right? Like, show up, like, take them to get something to eat, take them to get some fucking ice cream, right? Like, show up for your friends. Like, most people are fake friends. And I learned this in my own experience, right? Like, I learned this, in prison, really, right? People who I helped pay their rent, people who I helped, like, they lost their mother's rent money, they lost their school clothes money, right? Like, because, I was in the streets young, and I was making money young from the streets and from, my dad's Social Security, right? And from family. I was fortunate to have family with some money. Did so much for so many people when I go to prison, and not one of those people wrote letters. Who was there? My aunt, who wrote letters, my siblings, right? Who visited, well, my aunt visited regularly, but who else visited it? It was girls, right? Girls visited me, right? Girls visited me, wrote me letters, right? None of the guys, none of the friends who I did all these things for, right? And it made me realize something, that just because we're in the same environment and just because we're doing the same things, even if we're doing it together, it does not mean that we're friends. We're playing sports together, doesn't mean that we're friends. We're hustling together, doesn't mean that we're friends. We're partying together, doesn't mean that we're friends. We're getting girls together, doesn't mean that we're friends. Most people, a lot of people, I'm not going to say most, I think a lot of people, though, are terrible friends, in a large part because I think a lot of people are terrible people. Like, a lot of people are terrible people. I know there's been times when I've been a terrible person. I know there's some stuff in me now that's still not ideal, right? I don't think I'm terrible anymore, but it's not ideal, right? I strive to be better, be a better friend, be a better son, be a better partner, be a better father, right? Be a better nephew, be a better brother, right? Be a better uncle, right? And so I say this to, like, for others, but also to myself: be a better friend. All right, be a better friend. All right, I try to see friends going through stuff. I call them. Their birthdays, I call them. Right, you got to get off of social media. We can't. Every interaction cannot be on social media. Not if those are your real friends. If those are your friends and they're going through something, don't just post on their freaking social media. Don't just leave a comment. Don't just inbox them. Fucking call them. Yo, what up? What you doing right now? Yo, I'm pulling up. Be a friend. Unfortunately, right? Unfortunately, most people are just busy with their own lives. And can you be mad? No. Can you feel like we can do more? Yes. Yes. That's what friendship is. That's what love is. Love is sacrifice. Sacrifice sometimes some sleep time for a friend. Sacrifice some comfort for a friend, right? Like, sacrifice time with your lover, with your girlfriend, with your boyfriend, with your husband, with your wife. Sacrifice time with your children for your friend. Yes, you sacrifice time with friends for children. Both ways. Like, yes, life is a lot. It's a lie. And clearly, the more people you got, the more friends you have, the more responsibility, the tougher it could be. But that's the hard thing about hard things, right? That's the hard things. Devel Owens, what's going on, brother? Peace and love. That's the hard thing about hard things, right? And as mentioned, right, people do snap, people do lose it, and most times there were cries for help, there were cries for assistance, like there were cries, there were signs, right? There's always a sign, right? Is, do we pay attention? Do we pay attention? Do we care enough to pay attention, right? And then what do we do with that care? What do we do with things that we notice, right? What do we do? How do we address when we notice that someone we love, someone we care about is not in the best state, all right? But let's move right along, folks, to our third segment of the day. Today's third segment, as always, is our tip of the day, and today's tip is really for parents. Like, it is important and healthy. It is very healthy for parents to cry in front of their children. I know that as a 41-year-old father, man, all right, and all of the things, is not common, all right? People say, oh no, you shouldn't. No, why? Why can't you cry in front of your children if emotion is not weak? Right? If crying is not a sign of weakness, right? That's really a sign of strength. How then is crying in front of your children bad? Why is that bad? Why is it bad to cry in front of your children? It's not. It's very freaking healthy. It's very important. It's very important for children to know that their parents are human. It's very important for children. A lot of times children, only emotion they see is anger, right? Acted out in violence, right? Sadness, acted out through drugs and alcohol, right? Happiness, right, acted out in food, right? Food and shopping, right? Partying, right? That's all we know. We don't see crying. We don't see our parents cry. It's okay for your parents to cry. Parents, it's okay to cry, right? It's okay to cry. It's important for children to see their parents cry and then keep going, right? Cry again. I've said it before. Emotion is emotion. Emotion is healthy. Emotion is not weakness. However, you can be weak in your emotion and you can be strong in your emotion. That exists, right? Those things, yes. You want to be strong in your emotions. For example, I give this example all the time when you're crying. You can cry, let the tears fall, let your head hang low. You don't need to lay on the floor rolling around, right? Like you don't need to go, like that's a little extreme. You don't got to be extreme. That's weakness when when it's uncontrolled, right? Uncontrolled. But the same thing for joy, right? Smile, do things, laugh, but you don't need to be like head high, ha 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 ha, to the point where you miss the freaking pitfall, right? You miss the pitfall, right? Like parents, please cry. We can't say emotion is weakness and then criticize parents, especially fathers, for crying in front of their children. We cannot do that. I've experienced that, and it's terrible. It's terrible when one parent criticizes the father for crying in front of their children. When it's something that hurts, when it's something that not just the father's hurt, but the children are hurt. The father, you can't cry for your children. You can cry in front of your children. Your children should see you cry, right? My children be seeing me cry from birth, right? I lost 2 siblings in 2 years, right? Lost 2 siblings in 2 years. Had a very, very, very tough marriage, right? Emotionally tough, physically tough, health-wise tough, very tough. I cried. And they saw me cry. I've lost tons of friends. My children saw me cry, but you know what they saw? They also saw me keep going. They saw me going with a fractured ankle, taking my daughter to school in Brooklyn, right? Taking my children over here and doing X, Y, and Z with a fractured ankle and with a hurt heart, right? They saw me keep going. So it's important to cry. It's important for children to see you cry, but it's important for them to see you cry and keep going. Not just cry and, right, like, oh yeah, boo-hoo. No, cry and keep going. Cry and then talk to them about why you're crying. Don't say, oh, it's nothing. Don't say, oh, no. Don't just, no. Cry and tell them why you're crying. Tell them why you're hurt, right? Like, that's okay, man. We got to lose the mindset that parents can't cry for their children. It's hurting us as a society because what happens? Children grow up not crying. Children grow up expressing their anger, sadness, and violence and drugs and alcohol, their happiness through eating, through food, through partying, through shopping, and the fucking cycle continues. Break the fucking cycle. Break the cycle, please. Break the cycle. It is killing us as a society. You don't have to go cry behind closed doors. You don't have to cry when the children are asleep. No, let them see you cry and keep going. It'll do wonders. I promise you, it'll do wonders for their mental and emotional well-being. It'll do wonders for their mental and emotional well-being. All right? I know what it's like to not cry, to want to cry, not cry, keep that energy bottled up. Pretend like everything's good. Everything seems good because you got the money, you got the girls, you got the crib, you got the this, you got the that. But in the past, like so many others, something happens because we're always on the verge. We're always like, I'm this close. So then everything's not good if you're that close. If you're that close, if you're this close, everything is not good. Everything's not good if you're that close to snapping. I'm this close to snapping, but I'm all good. No, you're not all good. You're wild the fuck up, and you need to let that emotion out. You are not healthy. Because then you snap, I've snapped, tried to kill some people, end up in prison. Damn, this shit sucks. So what hurts more? The pain of crying and people judging you, right? Let people judge you. Or the pain of not crying, holding emotion in, snapping, going to prison, or worse, right? Because you snap, you could end up dead, right? You could end up dead. People kill themselves. People kill themselves because they feel like nobody cares. They feel like nobody cares, nobody's listening, nobody's paying attention, nobody gives a fuck. So people take their own lives. Some will say it's weakness. Some will say it's selfishness. How selfish were you? How selfish were you when this person was reaching out and you didn't respond? How selfish were you? And sometimes it's okay to be selfish, right? Like it's okay to do what the fuck you want to do sometimes. That's fine. It's fine, right? It's perfectly fine. I promise you it is, right? And so Yeah, please, parents, mothers and fathers, it is okay to cry. You are human. You are a human being. Just because you are a parent doesn't mean you're no longer human, right? Yes, your parents may see you as superhuman, but superhuman doesn't mean not expressing your emotion. Superhuman doesn't mean like you're a fucking robot. That's not what superhuman means. Superhuman means, no, you have big emotions. You fucking cry and then you keep fucking going and you be great. That's what superhuman means. Superhuman doesn't mean that you never cry, that you never feel hurt, that you never feel like, no, that's not what fucking superhuman means. That's what being a robot means, and we're not robots. Unless you want to be a robot, then that's your choice. But I'm telling you, that's not healthy. It's not healthy being a robot. It's not healthy for you. It's not healthy for your children. It's not healthy for them to see you being a robot on autopilot. It's not healthy. And yeah, you still got, so that means you gotta, and that's, it shit is so deep, because as I'm saying this, I'm thinking about all of the things I've heard people say. Oh, you still got to feed the children. You still got, yes, you fucking do. That doesn't mean you can't cry. If you cannot cry and still make food, if you cannot cry and freaking still get the children ready for school and still help with homework and still do all of those things, whatever those things are, that means that you haven't cried enough. That means that you are not there yet with the emotion. That means that you should have started a long fucking time ago. That means then don't do the same thing to your fucking children. You should be able to cry and keep going. Right? You should be able to cry, feel the pain, but still keep going. I'm at that point and I'm fucking grateful. I'm grateful that I can cry and that I can still go cook. I can cry and I can still say, all right, shower, let's go handle this thing. Your crying should not debilitate you. It should not fucking cripple you. It should not make you, oh, I'm crying, I'm sad, and so now I gotta just lay on the fucking floor all day and weep. No, you can lay in your bed, you can cry, but then you can still watch a movie. You can lay in your bed, you can cry, you can still put some music on, you can lay in the bed, you can cry, right? Like, you can do other things, right? And so that's why you need to do it more. And that's why you need to teach your children that it's okay to express this emotion in a healthy way in your journal, right? Through your feet, through your voice, right? Through poetry, however, a conversation with a friend, right? But get it out. Don't just distract yourself. Don't feel sad and go to a comedy show and not think about the sadness or not address the sadness. No, be sad, address the sadness, identify the sadness, acknowledge the sadness, do something about the sadness, and then go to the comedy show and laugh, right? Laugh when the sadness is done, when it's passing, when it's at least moved from where it was initially, the heaviness, so it's a little bit lighter. So you're still sad, but it's not overwhelming you. Now I can go to this other emotion. But give your time, give yourself, give your emotions time, process. Yo, Champ 1711, what's going on, Unc? That's being a man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The best part you said. Keep going. Peace. Let's move right along, folks, to our fourth and final segment. Before we get out of here, let's move right along to our fourth and final segment out of there. So Fu said, day 5 of Black August. Fast, study, train, fight, commit. Tuning in from Queens, finding peace in the chaos. Mona Love, baby girl. Happy Tenacious and Truthful Tuesday. Mona said, I just model the behavior of a good friend. Be a friend. Friendly, display it. Respect, boundaries, enforce it. Interest, show it. Encourage, do it. New experiences, share it. Dependable, be it. Oh, friend, that's your definition. Incredible. I'm working on allowing the tears to flow. It's a process. Indeed, it is a process. It is indeed a fucking process. Fourth and final segment of the day, folks. Our build of the day. Today's build is very simple. Just because you could do something doesn't mean you should. Just because you have the right to do something doesn't mean it's right for you to do. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. Just because you have the right to do something. As a human being, I have the right to walk outside butt naked. I do. I have a right to walk outside naked. Doesn't mean it's right for me to do it. Doesn't mean I will do it. Just because you have the right to do something, it doesn't mean that you should do it. All right? It doesn't mean it's right for you to do it. And we got to know that difference, especially as adults. Especially when we're in the space of hyper individualism. I do what the fuck I want. No, yes, you can. That's true. You can do what the fuck you want. Doesn't mean that you should do everything that you want to do. Right? It doesn't mean that you should do everything that you want to do. Just because you have the right to do something doesn't mean it's right for you to do. And we have to have discernment on that, right? Yes, you're an individual, but you are also part of a society. You are part of a family. You're part of a community. You're part of a race. You're part of a culture. You are part of a religion. You are part of something else that the agreements, right, written and unwritten, right, the agreements of that group that you are part of, those groups that you are a part of, may have different ideals than just you individually, but like you gotta like assimilate, you gotta align, you gotta be in alignment, right? Like you want to be, you have to. And it's okay to be in alignment. It's okay to not be this freaking hyper individual that European, Eurocentric ideology, right, conditions us to be. It's all about me and what I want and my needs. And no, the fuck it's not. You are a link in a chain. It is about all of us. It is about the whole, right? And you doing your part to ensure that the whole is okay, that the whole moves forward, right? That's okay. It's okay to care about others and care about their experience, care about their feelings, their emotions, care about like their process, care about their life, right? Their experience. It's okay to care about the experience of others. I promise you it is, right? So like, it's okay. It's okay. Because you caring about others, right? You recognize that you are part of a group and you are making certain sacrifices, certain things that you may really want to do, but you don't do because you're part of a group of people who may not be in agreement with what you want to do, right? Like that doesn't take away your individuality, right? It doesn't mean that you are no longer an individual. You can do both. You can be an individual and you can be part of a community, right? Both exist at the same time. Both exist at the same time. It's okay. Right? Like you ain't gonna lose yourself. You're not gonna lose yourself by being part of something that is greater than just you. Life is not just about you. Yes, your life does revolve around you. Your world does revolve around you. Yes. However, you have other entities that you are responsible for, that you are influencing, right? You are being influenced by, and you are influencing simultaneously. So yes, you say, well, I'm influenced only by my own thoughts. That's a lie. Yes, even though you are like, I like to say I'm influenced by my own thoughts. I'm influenced, yes, but also by the actions, behaviors, thoughts, things, inventions, creations of others. Yes, I am. And we all are. And it's okay. It doesn't mean you're not you. It doesn't mean you're not who you say you are. Self-reliance, yes. Self-reliance, yes, but collective work and responsibility also, right? Self-reliance, yes, but cooperative economics also. Self-reliance, yes, but community building also. Yes, so rely on yourself to do your part to add value to the whole. Don't just rely on yourself to do your part just for you or just for your family, right? Like that's great. Yes, take care of yours first once yours is secured and you got something going for yours. How can we impact others? How can we influence others? How can we inspire others? How can we help others be good? If we're good, our job should be making sure others who we care about are good, whether we know them or not, right? Like whether they live with us, look like us, right? Like all of the stuff, like heal the world is a real thing. Take care of home, take care of your neighbor, take care of your neighbor's neighbor, and take care of everybody, right? Like do your best. It's hard. Shit ain't easy, dogs. I would never say it's easy, but it still got to get done. And that's the hard thing about hard things, is that you still got to freaking do them, right? But listen, guys, that's our show. Mr. J Still, peace and love. What's going on? What's going on? Listen, that's our show for today, guys. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Once again, I'm your boy, your host, LaShawn Sugar Morris. This is episode 425 of SRDaily. Look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow, same time, same place, 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. right here on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Instagram Live. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Have a beautiful Tuesday. Enjoy this weather. Like, it's okay to cry. It's okay to express yourself. It's okay for others to express themselves, man. Be a friend. And I love you guys. Remember, it ain't getting knocked down. That's the problem. It's staying down. So get up. Get up. The power is in you. As always, be kind to yourself and be kind to each other. Peace and love.